They could smell
We just got scammed.
that something fishy was going on.
46,000.
$100,000.
I lost upward of $300,000.
BK Lobster, the seafood franchise dozens of people invested in from New York, Atlanta, Miami to Phoenix.
To us, it was sold as a great opportunity.
That was until it was time for these investors to get a cut of their store earnings.
The money is gone.
The CEO in boiling hot water, accused of not only stealing money from people, but targeting Black women entrepreneurs in the process, and now authorities are getting involved. I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates. The concept seemed promising, a seafood franchise with urban flair. That is how the BK Lobster franchise, named after its roots in Brooklyn, it took off in New York and beyond, and in the thick of the pandemic. As for the CEO, Rodney Bonds, his goal has always been to grow the business by franchising to Black entrepreneurs. But for months, the Shade Room has been getting emails, phone calls, and messages saying that the CEO tricked them into fraudulent deals and contracts. And the proof really isn't hard to find. Store after store after store permanently shuttered. So we started looking through the receipts ourselves.
Now, we launched in 2019.
After only being open 5 months, a pandemic hit.
But to our surprise, BK Lobster has proven itself to be a pandemic-proof business.
That was the pitch about 2 years ago. BK Lobster CEO Rodney Bonds and then COO Edward Williams boasting about their business, home of the viral 100-karat gold-infused lobster roll.
We actually show you how to get involved in your business.
It's what got Dara Bradley at first.
I did an initial investment of 46,000
for the Astoria location in Queens, New York. She says that she invested in May 2021 along with several others.
He painted, he bought flat screens, he bought some chairs. That's all he did. He was telling me he was paying rent for 8 months, okay? 8 months paying rent, saying that the liquor license, we're waiting for the liquor license, we're waiting for the liquor license.
And that was the first red flag.
The rent is $9,000 a month on Astoria. And he collected, I found out, almost over $200,000 on my location. Rent was never paid.
So she started asking questions and got the New York Attorney General's office involved. The chief accountant, Margaret Curta, writing in this email back in 2022, quote, "The BK Lobster is not now and never was registered to sell franchises within or from the state of New York," end quote.
He said he couldn't give me my money back due to tax complications. I'm like, what kind of tax complications are you talking about? You never gave me anything for my taxes. That's when I went off on him.
And later, filing this lawsuit accusing the company of failing to comply with the New York Franchise Sales Act and, quote, intentionally stealing Dara's money, despite claiming Dara would own a piece or percentage of the BK Lobster Astoria store and refusing to return it.
This is getting out of control.
It's been the same story for about a half dozen people who've been reaching out to the Shade Room about this for months. Terrence Dixon gave $10,000 to open up the first BK Lobster in Miramar, Florida.
They essentially just made up whatever numbers they wanted and offered a percentage based on whatever the dollar amount is.
Dixon says that he was contracted to get 7% of the store's sales.
So there was no real formula as far as calculating anything. It was just basically a bunch of made up numbers.
Which was the second red flag. Dixon filing this civil complaint, accusing Rodney Bonds and his associates of breaching their contract, fraud, and failure to return money.
He can't dispute the fact that he's not authorized to sell franchises, which he did. He can't dispute the fact that he didn't follow his own contract that he's given to everyone.
And we checked a number of contracts that former franchisees signed, which are pretty similar in nature, promising to maintain proper fiscal records and give members the right to access, quote, true and full information regarding the status of business and financial condition of the company.
Completely lost my $100,000.
Shauna Edwards says that she got none of that when her store opened originally back in summer 2021 in Brooklyn.
Was told, since it's open, it's already a cash cow, you'll get paid, every quarter, starting from when you invested. Okay, this is what I'm told. October came, what's going on? I'm not seeing reports. I'm calling him like every day, 3 or 4 times a day, because now I'm feeling you know, like I got. So November 16th, I believe, he sent me $3,619, right? But no financials, no reports.
Ron Coulter signed a contract as a franchisee for that same store.
How much have you gotten in return?
Me, Mr. Carter?
Yeah.
None. Zero. And I've lost in total upward of $300,000. And when 20 people came to me and started talking to me about how much percentage they owe, I said, well, 100% is only 100%. You only sell 100% of 100% of a business. So we're above 100%. We're at 200% of 100% business being sold.
Julie Genty says she never got any of that when she signed her deal to own a location in Jamaica, Queens.
Over 150 grand to 200,000 in the hole.
She knew right away something wasn't right.
And on top of that, he opened up another lobster location literally a mile away, which is walking distance from where my location was at. And if anyone knows, lobster is very expensive. So nobody is looking for two lobster places within a mile vicinity. And that's exactly what he did. It's not bad business. It's literally a Ponzi scheme.
Rodney Bonds thinks otherwise. In an article published by the City News in New York, he did say that he didn't quite understand New York's franchise laws and is in the process of addressing those franchise violations. Quote, that my lawyers informed me on the registration states and non-registration states. They say that, well, the ones that you do sell, we have to then tell the AG's office that you did sell them, and then we'll have to rectify, remedy that, which they did. So we're in the process of that, end quote. Bonds went on to tell the city, quote, that I was trying to help mold these people into an opportunity, give them an opportunity to do stuff. But they were opportunistic and they just wanted to take advantage of, the situations, take advantage of when the getting was good. I am focused on the quality of the relationship now and working with experienced individuals. I've learned my lesson of trying to help people who are just opportunists, end quote. He also said that he fired Ed Williams as COO over bad business practices and poor treatment of employees, but Williams fired back in the city article saying that, quote, he didn't think Bonds intentionally set out to scam people, but thinks that Rodney had his own version of reality of the truth of facts, end quote. We also reached out to both Bonds and Edwards for a comment ourselves. We're still waiting to hear back, but if you do feel like you've fallen victim to a scam, your best bet is to reach out to your Attorney General's office so that they can guide you on how to report something like this. We have confirmed that the State Attorney General's office in New York is investigating, and of course, as soon as we learn more, we'll pass it along to you. For TSR Investigates, I'm Justin Carter. Hello, roommates, and thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Do you want more TSR Investigates? Be sure to subscribe and check us out at theshaderoom.com.